Hello out there in cryptocurrency land. Welcome back to Real Crypto. Thank you for joining me again today. All right, so far it's been pretty much a lazy weekend for Bitcoin. That kind of seems to be the normal, doesn't it? The weekends just seems like a lot of traders take the weekends off. What are you guys living lives or something? Come back and trade, damn it. So, lazy weekend, things have been happening or not happening. We got a little trend line here that was recently broken, but that was anticipated because I think everyone saw this cup forming and then everyone anticipated some kind of a handle. So I think that's why you're seeing volume dry up here. It's just due to the fact that, everyone's anticipating this cup. So it's kind of happening. And when you're trading these chart patterns, there's something that's very, very good practice. It's kind of one of the cardinal rules of trading is that you actually wait for the breakout of the pattern before you buy the pattern. All right, you can't see the pattern, go, hey, it's a cup with a handle, and then buy. Doesn't quite work that way, and it's not that simple. You have to wait for the breakout to actually start to play out before you can feel very comfortable with entering your positions. And that can actually be done in a number of ways. So first things first is you have your kind of safe buy point up here at 11,750 right there. That is the left side of the cup, the high of the entire pattern. Once that is eclipsed, basically at that point, you're for certain that the move is on. The next point is your traditional buy point where traditionally things tend to work out. That's going to be the right side of your cup right here at about the 11,500 level. Now the next buy point is an early buy point, and this is really open to interpretation. If you're not an advanced trader, I recommend trading very small at this buy point if you want to try it out. Other than that, you can just wait for the traditional buy point. There's several types of early buy points that you can take in a cup with handle pattern. Number one, you can buy off of basically almost any prior high. What I mean by that is after the handle is formed. So from this point on, from this point to the right side of the chart, almost any prior high of significance would be considered a valid buy point. But again, you still want to see volume come in. Volume is still the key to any breakout. Volume is the key to any of these levels being broken. You want to see volume come in, and you need to see good volume. We're talking, volume like way up here, okay? Like above most of these candles. Ideally, you can get some breakouts on lower volume. They hold less weight, but it doesn't mean they're less valid, if that makes sense. So you kind of have to play the judgment game there, but you do want to see higher volume. Now, the early buy points I'm referring to, you can line them up in a number of ways. Number one, you can take a trend line here. Okay, and people ask me, what's the level? Well, there's no specific level on a trend line. It's a sloping scale, so it's hard to really explain exactly what level that is. Okay, you can buy off of this trend line break, and that would actually be a fairly decent buy point. Okay, you actually get a pretty good buy premium here over this one, so you're going to get 2 to 3% bonus by taking the early buy point. I also talked about being able to take this level. Come on, Bitcoin. I also talked about taking any prior high of significance. So right now, this prior high of significance, in my mind here, would be the 11,220 level. Okay, breaking above that. Now, this can ebb and flow. So if we move down lower and form another higher low, then we can take that, and you can continue to move that benchmark as the price moves. Okay, as this price moves around, that is kind of a floating goal line, if you will. Okay, so, but Bitcoin forming this head and shoulders is good. We do want to wait to buy the breakout, and there's another reason you wait to buy the breakout. Number one is sometimes breakouts fail. All right, sometimes these patterns don't actually come to fruition, and the breakout fails, and then we just kind of continue lower. Sometimes we come up to the breakout and we have really bad volume, and the breakout fails due to the lack of volume, and then sellers come in and then take us lower. So all those are possibilities. There's another thing kind of called death by 1,000 cuts. That's kind of what I want to talk about with this chart. Going back to 2013, I know everyone thinks I'm beating a dead horse with this, but it's still valid, ladies and gentlemen. We're still way down low in Bitcoin. So still going over charts. So looky here, kind of down low in this base, in kind of this bear market, we have a rise and a cup with a handle. And then we have a low volume sell-off that never finishes. Okay, never finishes. And then right here you have a little bit of volume acceleration to the downside, and then Bitcoin just kind of falls apart from there. All right, so we do run the risk of this happening and never actually getting the breakout. So here we can see the cup, we can see the handle, and then we can see the break of that handle to the downside, So you have to be careful and be prepared for all scenarios. Be prepared for all scenarios. We all want Bitcoin to go bullish here, but it doesn't have to. Just in the same way it doesn't have to over here. While I'm ready for a bullish scenario and I'm placed ready for that scenario, I'm anticipating all particular trading outcomes, if you will. So something else to do if you don't want to buy in anticipation of these breakouts is set some alerts. Set some alerts at those same early buy points that I was referring to. 11,220 would be a good place to set an alert. Okay, as we continue lower, you can move that alert and set that lower. Those are all good trading strategies, but be smart with your capital because it doesn't come back easily. When your capital gets eroded away, I'm sure as a lot of you have found out, it doesn't always come back as easy as it went away. Trading is a business and it's very difficult at times, and we're kind of in one of those markets. So, I'm trying to protect your money here, and in the end, this is the key to making money in Bitcoin or any altcoin is sound trading principles. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you trade a breakout. That's why you trade the breakouts this way, and I will see you guys next time.